We might be live. Give me 1 second here, guys. Hopefully it's all good. I think we might be there. It looks like it. Um, bu- bu- bu. Getting somewhat ready. Should have vision on the screen, if I'm not mistaken. And gotta post a link to the friends on the Discord. Ba, 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 ba. And in a second I'll bring you into the actual tournament. All right, and letting the players know I'm ready. And setting all this stuff up. It takes a minute. I'm getting used to it, however. And all right. It would seem we are good, hopefully, on all accounts. And I see we have Scientific in chat. Welcome, Scientific. Glad to have you here. And looking forward to later when we might get to cast together. But anywho, welcome back everybody to this part 3 in this match between our two players. We have Persia, played by Cliff, facing off against Lerrike, played by Rome. And we are getting directly into this action today. If you missed the last session, I highly recommend watching at least the last 30 minutes or so, maybe an hour or so, because we had an explosive push from our Roman player trying to make something happen, trying to take Auto Sparna right here. But we saw a valiant defense by Persia. He civic rushed in all his cities. We have rebels spawning all around. We have families being upset in both nations. You can tell here the family opinion in Rome is in the gutter. We have likewise in Persia family opinion. At least the statesmen, they not happy at all. But by the skin of his teeth and perhaps also an overcommitment, we did see a defense. And if we take a look at the military score right here, it really tells a story. We saw Rome coming in, being stronger, and is currently behind. So it's really interesting if we'll see our Persia player, if Cliff is gonna go on the offensive or if he's gonna stay back as earlier. We have a map, a beautiful map, I'd say, playing on a lush desert with two very large tribes up here. We have Vandals and we have Danish, or the Danes. And if I were Persia, I think I would attempt to push on. I think I would give it a go right here. We are up in military currently. Orders are very equal and the science is also somewhat equal. Both players do not really have access to anything besides the current composite bowman. So yeah, very interesting. And I see we have a few people in chat. Welcome, welcome guys to what might be the last match in the Old World division of the current tournament in round 1. If this match is gonna conclude in this session, I believe we might get our next set of matches revealed, which is gonna be very nice. I'm looking forward to my next personal match, but we'll see when we get there. Currently trying to see the battlefield right here. Clearly Rome has unpaused the timer and is bringing his forces forward. We do see a bit of lumber mills come in, and we see the peasant army, the militia, rise up. Rome had quite a number of militia earlier, and we see them brought to the front line. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is quite a lot in my opinion. I think he had a fifth right here. So a lot of his actual power is currently locked in militia, which isn't great at all, while Persia almost exclusively have spearmen and a few current slingers. And the reinforcement to this city is about equal, I'd say, maybe even favoring Persia. So this is gonna be a tough hold, a very difficult hold for Rome, and he was just the one pushing in 2 seconds ago. We do not have any player with 4 laws currently, and that's we see Rome appearing as weaker. That's interesting. Yeah, both players with 3 laws. Um, I wonder if we see no more rebels spawned this turn. See how close the city actually was to falling. But it's gonna be very encouraging to see your opponent appearing as weaker. You've just killed 30 units or so. This might be all they have. We have decent enough vision, not seeing any crazy reinforcement. We see militia coming in. You don't know those were from events. You may think they have been recently upgraded workers. I would definitely push. I would definitely go for the kill right here. Not certain our Persia player would do it. I think he had an opportunity around turn 40 or so before Rome got his own spearmen. We're gonna see it most likely. Moving forward, healing. Are we gonna see an actual push? I would hope so. It would be cool. Healing for now, I think that's reasonable. You can take 1 turn to heal up. No reason to be overzealous, but I hope we see an aggressive move. Scientific saying that he would just let Shiraz fall and push in with all his might. It might be the right call, I'm not gonna lie. We see the build queues all military, and the economy is better currently in Persia. Although we do see negative 200, which is quite a lot, but decent enough resources on the most part. And we do also have a zealot leader, severely ill though, which never great. We do have an heir, a scholar, not really what we're looking for. It's gonna help a lot with science, but currently we are not really looking to science at all. And we do have Persian state religion right here. That's actually interesting. Must have been an event, perhaps. I don't think we have. No, we do not have the ability to adopt pagan as of yet, but an event clearly gave us the ability to adopt. So we do have the ability to rush in our cities. I think we should. Oh, Furious Family. Probably why it doesn't work. Isn't this our state religion? Or am I missing something? I might be missing something. Yeah, we've had 40 years of spears. Spears left, right, and center. Hopefully we'll see a push. I can see the reasoning for the moment, just standing here waiting a second to see what's gonna happen. But hopefully we'll see a push. I believe we will. I would push. Seeing your opponent as weaker, that's really gonna be enticing. Also, you gotta remind yourself your opponent, if you're Persia, is at 8 cities. These 2 cities up here, along with the middle city, those are Roman, whereas our Persia player doesn't have those extra cities. So You are sort of on a timer. Bringing a worker forward. Not really sure what that's about. Back to Rome. Both taking composite bowmen currently, both having not a lot of science going on, but this is an issue. Huge issue. We have a very nice leader. Robust, giving us a lot of orders. You love to see it. Swift, also giving us a lot of movement. So, and brilliant leader, but she is getting quite old. 63 for a leader in Old World. That is about the time she may retire. My leaders don't go that long often. Yeah, maybe the forward worker would build some roads. Could be. Certainly could be the case. It looks like we do have some raids coming in from the Vandals, which is gonna be annoying, but not incredibly difficult to deal with. We do have a champion family, so we'll have a decent enough, even though those are pretty good. Should have a decent shot at defending. We have Judaism, and would be very good if Judaism would spread to all our cities. Although pagan and Judaism both have decent enough opinion, so actually not a big difference in that regard. But you can tell our economy sort of in the same state as our opponent. Science, sort of the same state. You can take a look quickly here at the records. You can tell the improvements controlled. It's Persia is ahead by a little bit, but not by a long shot. Food, iron, stone, and wood. Do see it's mostly equal, I'd say. Mostly equal, I'd say. Promoting, general assigned, commander. If we are to defend this, I would move further back with my army. This is too far forward. It's better to stand behind here in the early stages of the game. And this is maybe not by year, but by tech level, this is somewhat early stage. It's a lot better to defend behind the city. When you get to a lot of onagers, when you get to longbowmen and that sort of thing, you'd like to be more, you are more inclined to be ahead of your city, as the city can fall pretty quickly. But right now I'd fall back with my army. That's a lot of annoying harassment going on by the rebels. Back here, still severely ill, not yet doomed. We might find a way back. Yeah, I agree. This wall of militia, I would go right away. You can also click on Rome and tell what the opinion level of the units are. Upset family. Although these are sort of okay. Upset family. Yeah, and we are gonna see action. We are pushing in. Nice promotions, and all in all, very decent generals composition. This might be the end for our Roman player, which is such a shame because we were ahead by the most of the game. We were far ahead, but currently we are absolutely trailing behind our opponent. How are we gonna deal with this? How far are they gonna push? So far, 3 militia dead. We still have 9 orders left. Although the militia ain't gonna do a lot, they still pose a bit of a power. this is very scary. Very scary indeed. I wonder what's gonna happen when we lose this leader. What the family opinion is gonna look like. This is gonna improve. This sort of the same. It could go different directions. Shall see. We shall see. What else we gonna do? Still have rebels, but we are dealing with it. We had a tsunami in our kingdom. Sort of annoying, but all in all, I think we should be fine. I think we should be fine. Probably need to up the sound just a little bit. And back to Rome. What tricks do we hold as Rome? We are bringing in reinforcement. Spearmen are coming, slingers are coming. What about back here? We mainly see spearmen. We do have the better production. So if Persia ain't able to actually push in, it's gonna be difficult. Welcome, Max. Yeah, it's been a pretty daunting match with a lot of back and forth. The military score is looking dreadful for Rome currently. They had an excellent head start in the battle, but the battle was fought mainly here, and they had to spend a lot of orders to move into position and didn't take the best engagement, so they simply lost the tempo. We can take a look at the technologies. Currently, Rome has basically not a lot going on. Military drill in turn 75, which is quite late. I'd argue this might be one of the slowest tech pacings I've seen in one of these games, because we had some very early aggression by Rome, but I also think the players could have opted for some better choices throughout the game, and I think the threat of having these great tribes up north, along with having to respect the opponent the entire game, really caused a big difficulty in their ability to take on and play their game. Just seeing some defense. At least killed one spearman, which is a good start. What happened to our slinger before? Did we just leave it here? I think so. Still have 19 orders left. Have a settler not really doing a lot. We are building barracks. We are improving the economy in Rome. And the bonus from having extra military production is gonna help a little bit, although family opinion is a serious issue. It could be improved if this leader died, maybe. Yeah, we are see split on the commanders right here. It's a very difficult position to be in. I honestly think you should fall further back. Have them take a turn at trying to kill the city. It's gonna take a long time to kill a city with spearmen alone. That is both walled up as we built it earlier and is champions. So you could fall all the way back here as Rome, and I think that'd be a lot better. You don't need to defend this city. It's a champion city with 50% city defense, and the opponent's army is gonna lose a lot of tempo by trying to kill it. So you can take 2 or 3 turns just waiting back here before you push in and try to defend. Or maybe just give it up entirely. It's not really bringing a lot. It is only a wall. Rest is just a plain city, sort of. Not a lot of improvements either. There's a shrine and a garrison. That's about it. So you could easily give this up. A free ballista is still quite the distance away, even though a composite bowman is somewhat soon. The main thing, we don't want to lose our units because we'll need to take decent trades currently, and I think Lerrike is being too aggressive with his units, exposing the spearmen up north. That's gonna lose your unit, losing this slinger, slowly just losing our army by having worse trades. That's really gonna kill our momentum. You could, in theory, as Persia, just kill the units and then move on from this city. Have one unit stand back here and poke the city, and then move in with the rest and go for the next city. That'd probably be the better play. Okay. We are doomed. We see Queen Sand, the resourceful, is being doomed. So we'll have a new leader soon, the Scholar. He's gonna help a lot with the science. However, is that gonna win us the war? I'm not certain about it. I am not certain about it, not one bit. This family opinion is just atrocious. What are we killing? We killed units back here. We killed the rebel chariot. And we are bringing units to the front line. Bringing workers to the front line. Looking to make something happen. Yeah, I agree, Max. That's my point. This city is not gonna fall in a million years. You can definitely just go further back and defend from there. But both players are very much committed to defending their cities, and I commend them for that. That's very nice. This play, I like this play. Going back and healing, that's exactly what you are supposed to do in this current situation. Take some great traits and just continue to have that be your approach. Can we kill? I'm not sure we can get a kill. I'd love to get a kill on these militia units rather than poking a spear like this. It's gonna be easier to close out some kills. We'd love to get at least this one. I think we will. Possibly this one down here, and this is quite exposed, this spearman commander up here. Think you could go for that one as well. Would be lovely. We are seeing the slinger being targeted, which is nice. And I like the composition with slingers and spearmen. That's the right stuff. That's what you need. Oh, maybe not. Normally in year 80, you may want something better. What's the earliest you've seen cataphracts in your game? Have you ever seen a cataphract turn 80? Or is that gonna be a challenge I or someone better than myself gotta pull off at some point? We did take a force march to get in and flank this unit. Again, I don't really agree entirely with this kind of commitment to one unit standing at a garrison of all places. It's gonna make it even more difficult to kill it. Why not go for the easier targets? Why not just go for militia? Attempt to kill this guy up here. I think you could do better. But this is very nice. I really much respect this. Bringing a worker and building a road. That's exactly what you would like to do. You want your reinforcement, and the reinforcement is coming, have no doubt. You want that reinforcement having an easy path to the front lines. So that's gonna be very helpful to have this road right here. Good call. I mean, leader's doomed, not gonna matter a lot. Are we able to kill this? We do have... I don't think we have... In theory, we could maybe have killed it if we had committed differently, but we didn't, so that's a shame. We could... Yeah, we could only buy one order, so this is gonna live another day. Possibly gonna die. I don't think you can force lock a unit out of a city, so I think you would always be able to go back to the city. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. There is hope for Rome. Still not a lot of units coming in, and this spearman is just going to town, destroying one improvement after the other. That's annoying. Having to deal with this, and what else do we have to deal with? Our leader still going strong. And I get a confirmation from Scientific. It's correct. This spear is still able to go back into the city. And I mean, I think we should count our blessings currently as Rome. We don't really see a lot of rebels spawning each turn. Are we running freedom? Sorry, wrong button. No, we are running slavery. Sometimes there can be value in running freedom and having that extra reduced rebel chance. That's quite nice. If we had the civics, we could also go for monasticism or monotheism. I think that would be worth it. 7 orders would be very nice. We did spread our religion to 7 cities, so 7 orders just waiting in approximately 2 turns, maybe 3 turns. Would be nice. We are force marching units to the front lines, and I disagree. Please bring this unit back. Yeah, that's nice. So this is gonna live another day, and he's gonna do a lot of damage from there, having the commander. Bring this unit up then. That's gonna help him immediately. And there is almost no risk of attacking in here, as this is practically already dead. So, but again, we are looking to kill the front units right here. We are having an issue as Rome currently. It is sort of difficult to actually get kills, as the entire front line is filled with spears, and pretty strong spears at that. So it's not as easy as you would like to actually secure the kills, but you could most likely take this one all the way down here. No, no, what are you doing? Why did we take this out? That's... Get it back in. Oh, we did it. It's good. Survived. Are we healing? Okay, at least we secured the kill. So that's actually a pretty decent turn for Rome, all in all. But there are a lot of small fine-tuning both players could do in these engagements, and personally, I think that's one of my own weaknesses in combat. Finding the optimal play on a timer, that is very difficult, but you are able to flank a tactician having one unit on either side or on both sides. You will flank an opponent, and if you do, a tactician won't be able to retaliate, which is pretty strong. Especially in a skirmishes like this with almost all the units being quite important. It's important to consider such things. But all in all, a decent turn for Rome, and I think they'll have the order advantage soon. They actually do have the order advantage, which is gonna count for something. Still a long time coming, the composite bowman. I don't know about rushing the spearman forward with our training pool. I mean, it might be worth it. Not exactly sure if we had anything better to do. Looks like we've spent basically all our military units' turns anyways, so probably good enough. All the families are upset. Not a lot of things we can do with our current tech level to help the family opinion. We could lose a city or two. That might actually help. Back to Persia. Doomed, but still going strong. So what would we be able to do right here? This spearman right here, 7 damage, 5 damage. We are looking to do 16, so we need 4 more damage. 2, 2. These 4 units could kill this one if we would like to. Can we do better? Getting this one involved down here, doing 13 damage in here, and possibly doing a bit of damage in here. So I don't get why you move all the way over here immediately. I'm not sure I understand that move entirely, but this is gonna be fine. We are gonna kill it. Yeah, it's dead. $18 damage. We're so close to being able to one-shot it. But I think it would have been better to move this one up here and just attack down right here. Not entirely sure I agree with this, but it's not by any accounts all bad at all. We are killing militia left, right, and center. We okay, we bring this one in instead. That should ensure this one. Yeah, this is perfect damage. So this one down here should get us another spearman. Yeah, getting very close to the critical number for Persia, with Rome much weaker now. That's scary. Much weaker currently. Yikes, yikes, yikes. We are building the roads. We are doing the good shit. Rome, you need to fall back. If you would like to stay in this game, you need to fall back. Defend all the way from back here. We are gonna have quite a lot of units reinforcement coming in somewhat soon. Rushing out of spearmen, I understand why. But I think it's right to build forts over here. What are we supposed to do? And it's gonna feel awful being Rome. You know you had this game in... You had it. But as it looks right now, Rome are looking for survival, fighting for survival. And it's not easy. Not at all. There was a question earlier about science. This is the current science for Persia, which let me go back. This is the current science for Persia, and we see sort of equal science. They do have access to chariots if they would like, but I don't see a reason to build them when you're facing mainly spearmen. So both are struggling big time. Back to Rome. Back to Rome. Ooh, our leader, our very nice leader, suddenly got severely ill and mourning. That's not nice. You hate to see it. Warlike, sandstorm. I mean, I guess it could have been worse if we unfortunately got afflicted by calamity like that. I think sandstorm is one of the better ones. Taking some kills. Only stronger now, so it looks a bit better when we finished our reinforcements. But can we find enough kills right here? I don't think so. We've gotta fall back. We've gotta fall back. Yeah, I agree, Scientific. It's insane we haven't seen more rebels in Rome currently. This one dude is doing a lot of damage by himself, and really lucky to some extent we haven't seen more rebels spawning. Go back, start building forts, start holding the line at his palace, and hopefully Persia is gonna tire themselves out by attacking in here. Instead, we're force marching forward and trying to find a bit more damage. I don't like this, not at all. I'd much rather perhaps go back with this unit right here and promote to with a general, finding those small victories. This is not gonna accomplish a whole lot. Are we gonna kill this unit? I don't even think so. I understand why we attempt to go for it, but I don't think we're gonna get it. Oh, we might actually get it. But we're gonna commit way too much. I see why you think this is probably the right call, but the issue with this is that you're gonna expose your entire army to an attack by Persia, and it's gonna hurt. They'll have reinforcement coming in, they'll have a lot of units, you're gonna lose a lot of units. Trying to deal with this one up here. These invasions gotta be annoying. It's mainly draining our orders a little bit and draining a bit of our happiness, as each attack is gonna add to the discontent of the city. Might see some leaders dying soon though. And this is nice, having this worker build a road all the way down here, so reinforcement is gonna come. Looking over here. No more. Oh, we actually got one more rebel. Never mind. Was just about to say no more rebels. Severely ill. That sucks. Yeah, the Danes have not really been doing a lot this game. To be fair, Rome never found the Danes. They don't know about the Danes at all. So there is that. And we got a peace deal with the Danes as Persia. So I don't really see anything the Danes could do currently. They are not gonna raid with when you have peace, and they are not gonna raid a nation they don't know about. I don't know if it's a deliberate decision by Rome to not find the Danes, but I mean, interesting. But we're gonna see a lot of death right here. We got our new leader. Ooh, nice. We actually got a chariot. Did we rush that out? I didn't see it getting built, but I may have missed it. But it's gonna do a lot of damage right here. 12 damage, so possibly get this guy down here. Bam, bam. 7, 4. Kill all up to this point. You may also be able to get this one. 7, 4. We're looking. Need 3 more damage. That is this guy right here. He's able to do so. These two, along with this guy, gonna kill this one. That's another option. Go here. I hate this. He's gonna have a difficult time moving around this guy. Do we have any nice events? More training, pretty nice. Convert. Swift. Going back to the action. Looks like we're trying to find the traits. This guy's better. 3 damage right here. 7 damage. Probably way saving this guy for down here. We got a crit. That's nice. So bring this guy forward, hopefully, and do some damage to this. Why did we move into? I don't get that one. But at least 4 kills. Are we able to find the last? I don't think so. Perhaps we could have killed all here if we played it perfectly. But I'm not certain about it. Got 3 more damage in the chariot, and we should just do it, I think. Perhaps not. It's about equal. What did it do to our family opinion? I mean, we do have rider family, which is excellent because we do have a lot of rider units overall. Currently, the riders are very pleased with us. That's gonna help a whole lot in this battle. Having this, can we find a Roman spearman? Or select this one and fighting into. I can't really show it, but the difference is pretty huge having the extra 10% power compared to having a negative 5%. So it's looking pretty rough for Rome. Still looking at this military graph. It's not really stopping, and this is on the rise suddenly. It's getting it's not getting better. It's not getting better at all. Still having to deal with a little bit of rebel. I really believe that if we have a few rebels spawn in Rome, they may forfeit. I would believe he's much stronger now. He is much stronger. And we're still not seeing any rebels spawn, which is crazy to me. We are, however, doomed right now, which is gonna suck. Because this leader is excellent by all accounts. Take the civics right here. You do have the civics. Should we go for? We are gonna go for law. We're gonna have a lot of orders. We have decent enough orders. We just need the units, and we do not have the units at all. Gonna get next turn. We have only 2 more spearmen. We're building a warrior. I assume we are missing resources. We do not have any wood available. We could sell some food and go for another spearman. I think that would be worth it, given the circumstances. I'm killing the last annoying rebel up here, but honestly, we might see more rebels somewhat soon. I think it's highly likely we would see rebels soon. I think you should take this guy, run him all the way back, right here, and heal up. Take these guys, possibly over here, or somewhere at least, and maybe start building a fort. I think it's gonna take a long time to kill this city. But yeah. I don't get why we are not falling further back. I like this play overall, but in theory we could stay with one of them actually. It looks like we are forfeiting this city, but in theory our opponent could bring forward some of his units and try to get a kill. I'm not sure he's gonna do it, but perhaps. Yeah, we do have walls in the front city right here, so the damage is gonna be very, very negligible. Not really impressive at all. I couldn't pronounce that word. Fuck it. we do not have enough damage to kill this with spears. We need something better. And I think, honestly, we should just leave maybe one slinger or something to that extent and just do a little bit of damage right here each turn and take the rest of the units forward and pursue, trying to go for the next city. I think that would be better. It's gonna take a long while. This is annoying. We have so close to being done, the spearman. This is, however, pretty cool. Moving back, healing up. You like to see that. You like to see that. Could hire Chancellor. Is that gonna help anything with our family opinion? I mean, not enough. Not really enough to make a difference. And it looks like we are going back to the spearman. I think that's the right call. You should just leave the spearman in here and just poke out damage to your opponent. I think that would be worthwhile. We're gonna have composite bowman soon. Turn 81. Almost done with composite bowman. We're building strongholds. Are we gonna have 4 laws? I mean, we do have 4 laws currently, so we may see our unique unit. We may see some Paulton cavalry coming in soon. That's gonna be That's gonna be a nice addition to our current army. Although a lot of spearmen are decent enough counter to it, it's still gonna be a very nice unit. It can move about and it has route. So all in all, gonna be pretty good. If Rome could get some of the unique unit out, it would help a lot. Are we building? I don't see us build any strongholds. If we did build some strongholds, we could possibly survive, I think. But we are missing out on a garrison in Roma. So no Rome unique unit coming in anytime soon, unfortunately. We used all the orders in Persia, went back healing, did a little bit of damage. Actually, not a little bit, but did some damage. It's slowly gonna die. Rome does not currently have freedom running. He's going slavery, and yeah, I'm scared for Rome when the leader dies, as rightfully pointed out by Problem Gambler in chat. Uh, there is a lot of legitimacy here. 70 and dead. Look at that family opinion. Oof. That's our champion family. Negative 400. Oof. That's not gonna be fun. Did lose some orders as well. Could get some science, I mean. But our spearman right here is really gonna hurt. We're gonna need to outnumber our opponent by a fair margin with this opinion. And we are not. We are, for whatever reason, still dodging rebels, and I don't know how. It's it's been 10 turns or so with, I think, only one rebel spawning in Rome, and we've had negative family opinion in at least two families for the majority of time. Um, I gotta say, Scientific, I don't appreciate you screaming doom all the time. Every time you say doom, I think it's a leader being doomed. Um, but suddenly we have two scholars. They may turn this battle into a scholar debate and trying to argue who's deserve the win. Might be an approach Rome could take, trying to discuss the debate the way to victory. Because currently it's not looking like the spears are bringing it. I mean, more Vandals are coming, and the Vandals has gotten to the next tier level. So these guys are getting pretty strong. Elite club thrower. It's gonna be difficult to deal with these guys. We are only dealing 4 damage with our champion families. These cities might fall to the Vandals if the game continues. This city is gonna fall. I don't see a lot of outs for our Roman player currently. Not sure if... Interesting, we put our scholar leader on a spearman and falling back. And again, right here, it's a little thing, but it would be, in my opinion, a lot better to hold further back, have the opponent crash into you. Although you do get the bonus from being on urban, so there is some logic to this, honestly. negative 400 opinion in all our military units. That's tough. Tough luck. How is one supposed to defend versus this? I don't know. I really hope Persia, and I think they will, keeps the attack going. I don't see them slowing down currently. I don't see a reason to slow down, and the build queues is, except for this one, everything is aggressive. We are just building units. We're building roads towards our opponent, and just currently doing the right thing. There could be an argument to trying to log in a peace with the Vandals, get an ambassador, trying to negotiate some kind of peace deal with the Vandals. That would be a very good choice. It's right, Scientific. Jill, I don't believe there is any relation to the raids and if the nation is at war. I believe the raids are more or less only determined by the number of units, the turn timer, and the time since last raid, and if multiple targets are highly likely, they somehow roll a die and attack whomever. In general, if you see a camp filled up with units like this one, they're gonna look for target depending on difficulty. It may that may depend how far they are going. Okay, let's get back to the action, but the greater the distance, the less likely they are to attack, and you can get at a max distance where they would never attack you if they are simply too far away. It looks like we may be able to take this next turn. Gotta be a moral victory. This is currently the Roman army. These 4 spearmen are gonna do a lot of work very soon. Should probably get back to Persia right here. I apologize for not going over when the turn turned over. Our leader is already ill. That's unlucky, but he's besides that, he's a pretty good leader. Educated, humble, blessed, fierce, especially. Very nice. And very good stats as well. Overall, a good leader. It struck me as this game has turned entirely on its head. It's entirely Persia's game to lose at this point in time. They really need to fuck something up to not win this game. I'm gonna give him my famous 95% chance of victory. It's gonna work every time. I'm sure of it. I can recommend going back and watch the game I casted with Sophister versus Skrubinski, and I at one point said that Sophister had basically lost the game, and he sort of made an incredible comeback. So me blessing me blessing Persia might be exactly what the Rome needed. It might be a curse. I might have the caster curse in me. Not the greatest of events. Pregnant. Ambitions. Not really anything that's gonna save us. I don't know what's gonna save us, but not that. And we do see a rebel. Finally, I dare say. But that's just gonna motivate our opponent even more. We also see these guys coming in from up north. Gonna be here soon. Look. Almost losing units up here. Ooh. I believe it's gonna fall next turn, this city. Do we have any? Got a big family. Holy damn. We could pick a lot of different rulers if we wanted to. Maybe select this young lady as our heir and abdicate to her when this is finished and then upgrade it and get our eunuch unit online 2 turns earlier. Not really sure it's gonna help. Next turn we may get our free eunuch unit. This is gonna do excellent, excellent versus Spearman. So that is maybe something to look forward to. But we have too many orders and too few units currently. Our military really got pummeled all the way back. We're moving north to defend. And I can see why. We need some defense up here, but we also need defense down here, so it's very, very difficult. Rome is making a lot of orders due to having quite a lot of camels and horses and garrisons in the empire. They've been focusing a lot on getting those online. So I believe that's a lot of the orders is coming from that. And they do have serfdom. They are indeed running serfdom. They do have navigation and are running serfdom. Another question in chat: why is Egypt not or almost not played this season? I believe we are gonna see more Egypt later. I still think Egypt is pretty strong, but it feels like a more defensive nation, perhaps, or a late game nation compared to what these maps have mainly been about in the beginning here. I still think Egypt is quite strong, and I think we'll see more Egypt, but not certain. Maybe the Wonder Pool is slightly worse compared to last year's tournament. I don't think the wonders of the latest DLC are that strong. I made a video along with Alcaraz a week back. We ranked all the wonders, and we both basically agreed that most of the wonders, like the monumental Buddhas and the Mahaviraha, all of those are quite weak. So maybe that has something to say. I'm not certain. I agree. I think it's highly likely we'll get round 2 in the Euro division, or the old world as we call it. I really hope so. I don't think Rome is capable of holding on for a few hours in this game, and I would be sad to see this go to another session. Might be wrong. I've called a mistake I've called somebody out for not playing, or I've called somebody out for perhaps having lost the game and they played on and they eventually won the game. Uh, I don't. I think Egypt's current win rate is decent enough in this season, but I'm not sure. I think I may also think Egypt is a bit stronger on maps with more mountains, more stone cutting early. And I think a lot of the map scripts maybe not have enough maps for that, but looks like we'll see this city fall last. Yeah. Okay. One city going down. Now we can go use the road to of the enemy. Go directly. Although we do have a very rebellious statesman. They don't like us at all, but our army is not built of statesmen at all, so it's fine. Do have a decent opinion in the Ryder family. But I hope we'll see more Egypt. I like Egypt as a nation. I think they are always a fan favorite. So I hope to see more Egypt. I'm not sure the Hastati is gonna be enough prop gambler for a comeback, but I might be mistaken. Do have just nothing but spearmen in production basically in the entire kingdom of Rome. Everything is spearmen, but we really should have issues very soon coming in from the north. Any crazy events? Not anything too crazy, it would look like. Bloodthirsty would be decent. I'd definitely go for Bloodthirsty. It looks like we did something to help with the family opinion. I'm not sure what. We had negative 400 a 2 turn ago. Did the religion get swapped, perhaps? Not sure. But something happened. Still very much negative, but it used to be way worse. And no rebels at all in Rome, which is still amazing to me. Yeah, it's true. This city loss is helped a lot, and yeah, paganism went up. Although the leader is severely ill, so we might get a new leader soonish. Still awful opinion, but could be worse, I guess. Composite bowman coming online soon-ish. That's actually also gonna be pretty good. We do have decent enough wood income. We could absolutely bring out some archers, and archers do fairly well versus spearmen. Yeah, we do have some decent enough family, ambassadors we could pick. This one, plus 55, would go a long way. Perhaps go with a champion. 20 religious opinion would also translate to some decent value. Either way, something. We do see veneration, but no freedom. Purple bull moose. And in my opinion, we should have seen more rebels spawning earlier, but alas, we haven't. And welcome to the 18 people in chat, 19 now, and a very interesting chat going on. Appreciate it, everyone. And I'm gonna be back in approximately 5 hours as well with the Hazard versus Alcaraz. So remember that for later today. It's gonna be an excellent match. I always appreciate watching both Hazard and Alcaraz for very different reasons. I believe I will be joined on the cast later today by both Scientific and Magnus, perhaps. They both wanted to join, and who was I to say no? The more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. Soon the garrison is gonna be done, and that could change our production. But it's crazy to me. We've had the champion city right here and no barracks being built. We have a stronghold coming in the landowners. 5 turns and we can actually start building the counter unit. Okay, it looks like Scientific might not join us later today. He's gonna see the world. What's that? It's fair, Scientific. Have a lovely evening or day or whatever the time is in your part of the world. Um, I hope we're gonna continue our push in. Ooh, we actually sort of fixed our opinion. It's only negative 80 right now. That's impressive. How? How did we manage that? Largest military? Oh, we did get an ambassador. I see. Yeah, that's gonna help a lot. Ooh, we do have free Polton cavalry. I believe that that's gonna be the option. Although I see a world where steel is quite enticing as well. You have an order advantage currently going on in Rome's favor, or sorry, in Persia's favor. Not by a long shot, but by a bit. We could possibly do a bit of an alpha strike in here. Do some damage immediately. Although our opinion just dropped below. So we're gonna lose a bit right here. 5% strength. Annoying. Yeah, science is overall pretty rough this game. It's a bit better for Persia currently. The leader is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that regard. Building council slingers. And we have Paulton cavalry coming online, being built as we speak. Decent enough raid. Could perhaps put the prophet right here. Get him going. Would do a lot of work. And we are upgrading our slingers to archers. Looks like we're gonna wait a bit with moving forward, but I think it's a decent choice. We only need one good push to hopefully win, and I think upgrading looks enticing, and hopefully we're gonna go for some cavalry as well. A lot of upgrades coming in. Possibly also going back and healing a bit with these units. If we could fix the family opinion here, it would be very nice. Perhaps make a little influence mission would be nice. Sell a bit of stone. Get this guy to like us even more. Could perhaps influence this lovely lady. That would also work. Yeah. We don't really have the luxury resources to do anything. Fled the battle is gonna help, but this is gonna drop, so we are losing. Yeah, the Vandals are very much an issue in Rome currently. We are going for steel, and I honestly respect it. I honestly respect it. We are able to build cavalry currently, and I don't think it's a bad call at all to get steel in this game state. Are we gonna see free Hastati? I think we are. 4 turns time. How are we gonna deal with these Vandals? 7, 5 damage. I mean, it's a lot better currently with the family opinion, so we should be okay. Are we also upgrading to archers, or what did I miss? Or are we just healing? We're mainly healing, it looks like. Nothing but spearmen is being built. Free Hastati. Probably the right call. Could reroll, go for steel ourselves. I believe he built this settler a long time ago when he considered expanding further north. But then he saw an opportunity to push in to Persia, grabbed it, and I think he could have won the game, but the engagement really didn't favor Rome at all. Stellar defense by Cliff on Persia, and eventually Rome just lost enough tempo and committed too hard to something that didn't work out. He should have fallen back earlier. I mean, at least we're steadfast. Gonna help a lot with the battle up here. %10 versus infantry. Still have to make a decision about our tech path. I believe and I think we're gonna see Hastati. This looks to me like we've got some confidence. Got our army, got most of our units in a decent enough position. Hamlet. Also building a stronghold now in his palace. I mean, all this looks pretty nice, but if we see a decent enough alpha strike, we could do a lot of damage and come out ahead. We do see archers is interesting. They basically go for the same. This is an issue. Could we get these to follow a different religion? It's sort of unlucky they've opted to follow this Judaism religion. It's not their own religion. If only they had some paganism or something, it would help a lot. Possibly influence this, get her to 100 and start maybe converting, although we do not have metaphysics at all, so that's not really an easy option. Convert religion. Love to see it, but we're moving forward with our worker. I wonder if it's bait. I mean, one great thing about having a negative 300 opinion with a family is you don't really care if they lose more opinion. It's gonna be fine either way, so there is that. Always look on the bright side. We are bringing the archers further forward. Should really get a road down right here. Wonder if we will just stay here for now and heal up in this. At this time it might be. Yeah, this looks very baity to me. This one worker. And I think it's a good bait, honestly. And we've dealt with the rebels. Can we bring our units forward, I wonder? See, mainly fortify. And I think fortify is going to be decent, but the issue is a lot of the firepower is going to be archers. Some pretty strong archers, and our opinion is going one way currently with the hunters, which is nice. They're gonna fight a lot better, so our fighting families have decent enough opinions. Yeah, this worker could in theory go in here and chop these trees, but couldn't remove these already cut trees, these stoops down here. They would stay around. To answer chat. Bit of a vandal invasion, but we are sort of giving breathing room to deal with it. We are going for the Hastati. I think Rome may hold on for a while, it looks like. We've almost already played 90 minutes in this session. Ooh, we do see the bait working currently. Is that gonna be punished? We shall see. We have a lot of confidence in Rome, and I gotta admire the confidence. A lot of these units are currently standing in trees, so the archers are not gonna be that good. They're gonna have issues, but we are still having an army containing a lot of spearmen. Could go in, kill this leader at the very least. And it's a lot better the fighting is right here for Persia than over here. How would I approach this? Possibly bring this guy up here. He's gonna be very strong. Deal 8 damage in here. And have this guy move up here. Deal another 8 or 7 or so. Then bring maybe a militia, do 3 damage, and then 1 archer. Do we have any good archers? Maybe this one with Bloodthirsty could deal the last 2 damage, then get this one down. Then we would have at least 2 or 3 spearmen that could move up here and start to attack this one. Yeah, this seems like... I think the reason for moving forward right here is to stand in the trees. And I see the reason for standing in trees as the enemy is having a lot of archers, but I still think this could be a mistake. Back again down to negative 150. So could see more rebels spawning. Although we do have veneration, so less risk of rebels. But still having issues to deal with up here. Still having to spend our resources. And still, we've yet to unlock the ability to build our eunuch unit. We're close, but not quite there. I think we have too much confidence in Rome. Positioned ourselves too long forward. Just see what happened up here. Just there's some fighting overall. Trapped. The ambassador. Okay. We're moving back, it looks like. I think this guy should move forward, honestly. I would definitely push in right here. We got another rebel. Was that an event? Must have been. Rome's got basically 0 rebels and Persia has gotten a lot. Yeah, scientific, I agree. Veneration has done tremendous work for Rome at this point. The negative 5% to rebels has most likely kept them in the game. If they had had like 3 or 4 more rebels spawn, it would have been a disaster. And honestly, they should, with the family opinion they had. This is just something that's gonna delay the push. I believe we are gonna wait one more turn to get the city. Maybe fight within our fight within our borders. Again, I can see the point, but I don't think we need it. I think we should and could just go right now. We could at least kill 1, but possibly 2 spearmen. But alas, I think both plays are something that's going to lead to a victory because we are in a commanding position, but Rome is coming back slowly. Rome is having the better production. Rome is getting the tech unit. So this going forward like this was a mistake by Rome, and we're not punishing it at all. We also positioned our worker in a position where it could be easily killed, and not doing anything about it now. That's annoying. Seems like we lost our lovely ambassador, and we opted to go with this guy. Did we have any better options? Honestly, not really. So again, down to negative opinion with the Hunter family. Annoying. Very annoying stuff. Ooh, even more club throwers coming down from all the way up here. That's about the max distance they can attack from, I believe. And for whatever reason, we have a worker up here just chopping away woods. Been doing that for a while. Yeah, part 4 could be likely. I don't think the players have agreed on how long they're gonna play today. I hope they're gonna play for a few more hours and just enough for me to cook some dinner, and then I will be back casting another game later tonight. Persia is not really getting to mazes anytime soon, I think. It's gonna be 12 turns or so. Free Hastati coming in next turn. We're gonna attack the turn, they'll get a counter. Ooh, we do see a rebel. Actually, 2 rebels spawning. 2 rebels. I'm almost gonna say it. Finally, they really should have had some rebel spawn earlier. Really, we're gonna see a stronghold right here. No, we are gonna see a wonder. What? We opted to go for the Yasilkaya of all things. Why? I don't think we realize how dire our situation is. That's surprising. I mean, it's a excellent wonder. It's a great wonder, but I would just love to be able to build our unique unit in our champion seat. It seems like the obvious choice in my opinion. But I mean, who am I to question the Caesar? He is a scholar. After all, I'm pretty sure his wisdom stat is way above mine. I have like 2 charisma, maybe 1 discipline, 3, and I have a lot of courage. At least 4. Maybe my stats would be like 2, 1, 5, 3 or something. If I'm being very generous with my own stats. And I think my trait would be bold. After all, my name is Boulders. People in chat, what would your personal stats be if you were a leader in this game? Alright, I have negative wisdom. I appreciate that, Constant. I may just have Zealot stats, not gonna lie. Negative 1, 0, 3, 0. Could be my stats. These guys are gonna show up just as we were about to deal with these guys. This is also soon gonna be ready for another raid. Another unit is gonna spawn and then it's gonna raid. Nobody in chat is having any positive stats at all. Not sure what I'm gonna make of that. Discipline is clearly not a stat we are having in this community, according to chat. Bone dies in inventory for a public gambler. I see why. Makes sense to me. I'm clearly way too generous with my own personal stats according to this community. And they might be right. This is just so annoying to deal with, and you witness even more. A break. We have a question for a break. Perhaps we'll have a little break. Maybe that could be another video series of mine, trying to assign stats to leaders or to community members. Quite the controversial topic in itself, I think. Okay, it would seem we have a short break, and I think I'll take my time to go to the kitchen and probably build. Yeah, I'm gonna build some tea, guys. I'll be back in a second. So see you in 3 minutes. I'm gonna build some tea. Alright, I'm back. I apologize. Maybe I should have put a note, but it seems like I'm back faster than our players. And how many Danes does it take to build a T in one turn? I mean, I did it within at least one turn. It took less than a year to brew some tea, so I got that going for me, I say. Baldur's the Builder. It sounds a bit like a character from Game of Thrones, to be frank. Rome is coming back. Still weaker. I mean, steel is gonna be nice to have. Gonna do pretty good versus whatever Rome is bringing. Lacking a bit of wood production though. Don't have forestry. Rome does. That is a bit of a difference in the tech path. But I really disagree with the Yaselkaya. Although I think it's a pretty good wonder. I honestly think it's if everything is equal in this situation, I think it's a great wonder to bring. But I disagree greatly with building it when you are this far behind. Yeah, Constant. When you lose a family seat, it's gonna go to another city, and that's gonna gain the bonuses as far as I'm concerned. So in the case of champions, if you lose the champion seat, it's gonna jump to another city. I'm almost certain that's how it works. Although you don't get any founder bonuses again, only the seat bonuses. We are continuing the turn. We are killing the rebels. We are healing our units. I really would hope so. We are gonna making a push forward next turn. So close to being back to positive. You'd love to get that positive opinion. Just one more would make a huge difference in this engagement. Would be positive 5%. At least in theory it could. Do we have any nice events? We can pick what we want. Probably want wood, I'd say. Some less than stellar events. Ooh, we are mourning and stressed suddenly. That's annoying. And we can probably pick the Hunter family, give them some opinion. I think that would be my choice. Could also go riders, honestly. That would also make sense to me. We did go for riders, so we did get a bit of a opinion bonus. I I really hope we're gonna see an aggressive move next turn. We have sort of a timing right here, and these units are just standing way too exposed currently. Way too exposed. So I really hope our Persia player, we took our time to heal up our units, upgrade our units. We got a bit of a timing window with our family opinion. We should and could push in next turn, and I think we should. But we're taking our time, so Rome is gonna be able to sort of soon build the unique unit, and that's gonna be a pretty decent counter to what we are bringing. 5 citizens, straight up. can tell they are building strongholds. You would imagine more Hastati would be coming. Ooh, and we see another rebel spawning. So we are having some issues with the rebels currently all throughout the empire. Any events worth... That was too fast for me to realize what was our options. We should fall back with these guys, but it may not be high on our list. I think we feel like we've got a lot to do with our current orders. See, invading club throwers. These guys are gonna attack soon, so are these. We're still just dealing with this guy. He's gonna die this turn though, so that's always good. We are able to deal with our rebel right here, but how are we gonna deal with this? Possibly the spearman coming out is gonna deal. Can take some pot shots at this. Our economy is decent. We still have plenty of orders left actually to pull these back if we would like to. I wonder if that's something we're gonna do. I'm sort of split. I love a good back and forth, and I will apologize to the players. I would love for this match to conclude. I would love the the Euro division to move on, but I'm kind of liking the back and forth they got going. Is he going somewhere with the settler? Did I miss that? I may... Maybe he's considering moving up here and settling, and I can see why, but I don't think he's got the orders to deal with this along with defending this. So I think that's not really gonna amount to anything, but I might be mistaken. But at least we killed a lot of 2 rebels. We opted to fortify, and I think that's the wrong call. I think that's a mistake. I don't think you would like to fortify. I think you would like to move further back. Yeah, no ill will at all towards either of these players. One player was on vacation, and so it's absolutely perfectly fine pacing overall, especially during the summer. So I wouldn't at all bash any of these players. It's not per se their fault. There is no fault at hand right here. They've been very nice and clear about what their situation was with the vacation in the summer. So no ill will towards any of the players. I really hope that's clear. Both decent. And ooh, this is nice. We like this family opinion. You'll love to see it. Circumstances like this, at least. At least I would probably take this family opinion. What are we gonna go for? We did go for the 20 family opinion. I think that's the right call. Alright, we do have 37 orders and only 4 workers being all around the world. Are we gonna see an offensive? I really don't see why not. You can tell our opponents' units are sad. They have an angry malice on the opinion here, right here. Angry family, negative 10%. Move in now, Alpha Strike, and get a lot of units done. Nope, it looks like we're chopping a lot of wood. We did, yeah, I think we did chop a lot of wood up here. Move in, go, you can do it. Go, Persia, go! I wish I could force their hand. I really don't see why you wouldn't be looking for anything here. Let's see aggression up here. I don't get why we are not moving in right here. We had a timing window. I mean, I sort of see it, but you gotta realize your opponent is having more cities than you are, building wonders. Oh, it's a mistake. It's a mistake not to push in right now. We do have a window. We do have an opportunity. You should go in, Persia. But we're not gonna do it. We're gonna wait one more turn. I really don't know what we're waiting for. Maybe we're waiting for our Bolton cavalry, but they are not gonna do a lot because it's gonna be in the woods and we can't route. I don't see why we are not moving in this turn. What are we upgrading? We are upgrading Bloodthirsty. Seems odd to me not to go in. We do have a general assignment coming in. Probably would take Eagle Eye here. And we'll see these lovely guys coming in and saving the day. And suddenly, I don't even think it has updated, but it's gonna be a lot closer. Suddenly it's similar again. This turn they got a lot of units. They got these guys. Next turn this guy down here. Finish the guy in here and up here. So suddenly they are similar. Don't get me wrong, I still think we are in a commanding position as Persia if we moved in right now. But these guys are gonna do pretty decent against the spears. But when they are angry, and they are angry, they are not gonna be as strong. We'll see more vandals attacking. But we just have this guy up here just chopping the entire map basically. But it's clearly the window of opportunity is closing fast. No current great issues in Rome. The families are slowly improving. You gotta look for an advantage like this, Cliff, in the future. This is you are giving too much respect and time to your opponent, and he is up one city to you. So are we gonna build on wait on Axeman? We did finish steel, so we could in theory build Axeman now, which would be good. Don't get me wrong. Actually be excellent, but still. Do we have any annoying events to deal with? No easy ambition to take right here. Rome opted to go for a wheel. Interesting, I'd say. But I gotta appreciate the 19 viewers in chat right now. That is quite a lot on this lovely, lovely Saturday. It's not Sunday, not yet. Thank God for that. But it's an interesting game because both players have felt like it's been on a knife's edge the entire game. So nothing but units are being built in both nations. So the science is straight up awful. Having access to woods and forestry is gonna help Rome quite a lot. That is a bonus they have. Could go right ahead and build our unique unit very soon. Alright, Rome. Sorry, Persia. We've got 38 orders and a lot to do. Are we gonna see any aggressive movements? No, nothing to distract us. I mean, this guy up here is maybe still gonna soak up 18 orders or so, but is this the turn with movement? We've got even more spearmen posing up in front here. We did get our first unique unit online right now, and there is an argument to be made to wait for these, but they won't do a lot versus these guys because first of all they are in the woods, and second they are spearmen, so you won't be able to rout them. They are polearm immune from rout. So there isn't a lot of value to be had by waiting. Looks like we are chopping down a lot of forests. But I mean, each turn Rome is crawling closer and closer to us and we can attack into it. They only recently finished Axeman or Steel, sorry, so they it's fair enough they don't think they have time. Keep chopping, that's good. We've apparently gotten Jade, another luxury resource online. I didn't see that before. Gave it to the Hunters family. We clearly have the right idea about fixing our opinion here. This is just annoying. Having one of your nation, one of families following your opponent's religion. Although it's mainly discontent, but still, it sucks. It's annoying. Um, do we know about the northern? He should be able to tell by the number of cities straight up. He knows if he is looking at the information given to him by the game that his opponent is on 7 cities, as he's only on 6 cities, and he just moved the scout down here, so he should be able to tell there is invasion going on, at least to some extent. But we've given our opponents so much time. And don't forget Rome, one of the bonuses they have 2 extra training in each city. You are facing off versus a champion seed. They are slowly but certainly gonna build more units than you have. But we have these archers, they have sentinel, can move up here and just do decent damage, even with these being in trees. Get the engagement going, you would gain so much value, and if your opponent is gonna push in, you're gonna have an excellent staging ground. I believe that's gonna happen eventually, that we'll see some kind of engagement here, and I believe Persia is gonna trade better than Rome. But suddenly we don't see an angry family any longer, only upset. So we are gonna deal less damage now to the units. We have any great events? Grand Vizier. Maybe we'll become stressed. Did we make her a general? Probably did. We're not stressed at least. And I don't believe we got the negative opinion, so probably made her a general, I think. I don't know where, though. I mean, the longer this goes on, the easier it's gonna be for Rome to get back. It's gonna be a lot easier, actually. How are we looking on improvements controlled? About the same gap as earlier. Science in the 2 nations also pretty equal. Are we gonna see Rome maybe pushing in here and overcommitting? Could be. Could be. We may move this settler too far up. We may next turn or so see an actual movement up north, trying to do something about all these vandals. But we had such a good window of opportunity to push in with Persia, and it's sort of still there, but not quite, but still sort of. Look at the military score right now. It's suddenly a lot closer. It's suddenly a lot closer. Rome just straight up have better production of units. If you look at the cities training right here, you can start with Rome. Until 13, 17, 17, 10, 12, 12, 15, 13. So it's not amazing, but it's sort of okay. We'll look at Persia in 15 seconds, and you'll see what I mean. And don't forget we have an extra unit or an extra city in Rome. What is this? Are we at war with the Danes? Oh, maybe only a truce. So yeah, they might raid us now, which is gonna be annoying. And 12, 16, 32. This is nice. You'll love to see this. 22, 15. Okay, I'll take it back. It's actually not that bad. It's sort of equal, but still you shouldn't sleep on Rome just slowly building a comeback. You have the orders, you have the army, and you sort of have the science as well. And the general game state is favoring you. So you should definitely push in if you were Persia in this position. But I doubt we're gonna see it. I'm almost certain we are gonna see more build-up and possibly another session in this game. It would seem like it. And again, no ill will towards any of these players. But the whole Euro division would love to continue, but I mean they are in the it is perfectly fine. They played out however they feel like it. It might be one of the first multiplayer games they've played. It's kind of crazy to me. This is year 90 and we're still fighting with spearmen and archers. It's the golden rule about having science equal to the year number is not really keeping up. Now we are just gonna have our unique unit sort of dealing with these guys. Are you coming in and helping? Good. Are we gonna go straight for battle line perhaps? Are we gonna go for free ballista? Free portcullis, get the science going. We are going for battle line. We are seeing some axemen being built. I mean, maybe the wonder Yasilkaya from Rome is suddenly making a lot more sense. At least the turns are progressing rather fast, I'd say. So that's always something. We are most certainly dealing with the invasion up here. I think we're gonna bring this settler up here and maybe attempt to clear this vandal side, which would be a mistake. It would enrage these vandals up here, and even more would raid in right here. So I don't think it's the right call to go for this at all. But it's gotta be comforting with having been in Rome's position and witnessing your opponent being much stronger, and now you're back to similar. I wonder how much wood you're getting as Persia by chopping forest all the way up here. I mean, there is an argument to be made for just going for the Danes if you were in position of Persia. You don't have the truce, or sorry, you don't have the peace going any longer. You should honestly go for that again. But look, pretty efficient, fast turns overall. I wonder if we're gonna go forward. These guys are upset as well. I love that the Roman player has influenced the leader right here. Even though the leader is still upset, or sorry, the head of the religion is still upset, it's still a very good call to just get a little better opinion. It's nice to see. It's something people often forget. We are doing influence missions, so props to the Roman player for dealing with the opinion issues. And we do see a status being in production. Arguably finally, but better late than never, and they are joining the fray, coming to the front. Back to Persia. Seems like we took the option without angry families. We did lose a lot of health on our eunuch unit right here. It is fighting a 5 strength and a 6 strength unit. Looking to just heal it. We are sort of dealing with the situation up here. But soon enough we're gonna have a lot of raids coming in. We are not really in by the looks of it going to do anything about this. We do see that our opponent is sort of struggling up here, or at least spending orders up here. I agree, scientific battle line is sort of looking to end the game sign, but it's still gonna be a little while before we have battle line online and units online. Not gonna happen anytime soon. We could still just go in and do a lot of damage. Each turn these guys are just gonna get even more defensive. We could do a lot, but we are not really doing it. Probably gonna chop a lot here once more up here. Did we? Only got a truce going with each nation or each tribe. We are getting 13 wood each time. And what is our build queues? Our build queues are, I mean, we are sort of getting the axeman. Are we gonna be looking for a timing window with axeman? Axeman is gonna do excellent versus these spearmen. Science is basically equal and has been for a long while. Not really a big difference. Orders sort of equal. Military, it's getting more equalish. But an alpha, we did move this guy closer. Is that bait? Could be bait. We are moving the forces forward. It wouldn't be an entire surprise to me if Rome would think I need to kill this militia. It's clearly not the right play to make, but could happen. I hate these events. I can't really be bothered always to look at all the text and making the right call, the right decisions. Do you think chat will see an move towards the Vandal side up here from Rome? I believe we might. But it's a weird thing. They are both floating a lot of orders overall. They have a lot of orders to spare each turn. Building a worker now. Camp. Still building Yaslkaya. Did move sort of back. Next turn we may go for the Vandal side up here. Slowly just getting more units to the front line. Look. This would be a great place to fight for Persia, as they will have sentinel bonus with the archers. It's a bit annoying with the trees, but still a wall should be pretty good. Come. I mean, currently the timing window has sort of closed. The opinion of the family is also sort of fixed. If we didn't attack last turn, I don't think we're gonna see an attack anytime soon currently. We see pyramids being built. Are we just going for points at this time? It's an interesting choice, I'd say. Could have gone with, I mean, museum might be nice. We're building pyramids now. At least we cleared this. This is annoying. This is a bit annoying. Pars and Cormis. Those are our two most defensive cities. It would take quite a while to bring our forces back and deal with 4 rebel units. I'd like not to having to do that. Chat, do you believe? Do you know what the consequences are if you follow either of these events? I don't remember. Perhaps Scientific would know, or another guy in chat, more clever than me. I don't remember exactly what the event chain is. Unit is fully healed. Upgraded down here. I mean, it is an issue. A lot of our units in Persia is requiring wood, and we do not have any actual income of wood. We just have this worker walking around and chopping every single forest. We've chopped so much wood at this time. Queen consort become vengeful. Yeah, you don't like that. Probably take this option. Is this the turn where we're gonna move north and see a worker from our opponent, which is gonna be kind of wild? We might very well see another session, it would seem like. I think we've been going for 2.5 hours or so right now, which is at least a decent chunk of time for a session. We are building another settler. We did finish the worker, it would seem. We're going for another settler. I think Rome is gonna attempt to clear the Vandals, perhaps. And we see these guys are gonna raid Persia. I don't really know what Rome is spent. Oh, we see some. Yeah, we see movement. These units are quite strong. Six strength units up here. So not that easy to clear. Not that easy at all to clear. I mean, all these units up here, if we engage down here, it would take at least 2 or 3 turns before they could reinforce down here. Which would, again, we just see it all. And this worker from Persia is just doing Persia stuff, I guess. Quite the adventure he's been on. Quite the adventure. I really hope we'll get some action before this session concludes. It would seem that I'm not the only one looking for engagement. This is quite the force being up here. You can tell there is quite a lot of military lockdown up here. I don't really understand why we're not pushing. Maybe we're waiting for Axeman, but that seems like such a wasted opportunity. Yeah, Persia sees everything We have a scout from Persia right here, and actually also a worker. A lot of rebels, holy damn. I can certainly not deal with all these rebels. Perhaps we could. Oh, we did opt to put him in here. I didn't see that earlier. That's nice. That's very nice. The chat and myself is just craving for action. We did see 2 rebels spawn this turn. So I don't think we're gonna see any action this turn. Got a level with you guys. Now even more following the Judaism. It's gonna take a while. It looks we're bringing more militia forward. I mean, we are still just bringing the units. Spearmen, spearmen. We're gonna be facing off versus Hastatus eventually. I believe settling this city could be a mistake, as you would have even more Vandals attempt to raid you. You would have to deal with it all. Scientific is being very aggressive in the chat, clearly. You're normally such a respectful guy when you are casting, but in the chat he's a menace. Let the rebels destroy your empire and end the game, he says. I mean, I think almost everybody has agreed for quite a while that Persia really should just push in and attack. They would stand to win if they did just that, but for whatever reason they've opted not to. We are seeing more and more equal score. I still think Persia is ahead, but the current military production is sort of equal, and we are seeing wonders coming online for Rome. Eventually they'll expand. So are we gonna end up with freedom? I think we might. I mean, in 3 hours they will have to have ended the session, because then I'm gonna cast another game from Alcaraz and Hazard. I absolutely agree, Scientific. This is very much an opportunity presented. Attack into this, and I'm not saying you're guaranteed to win, but you do have a decent shot. See a free ballista. I understand why. But again, we are just seeing a greater commitment to the north. The ballista is gonna be annoying to deal with. But when, and we are gonna get there, when we get to Maceman, I don't see Rome having any counter to Maceman. Nah, I don't think it's too late for an attack. I think it's definitely a fight that would go Persia's way most of the time down here. However, it's less likely than earlier. They had a great opportunity earlier. The ballista is Rome. Currently, Persia is taking towards Maceman, and they still need 6 turns, 7 or so. 9. My bad. Sorry. Seeing the settler. Committing a lot to this up here. And Persia is seeing everything. But I believe these Danish attacks is gonna delay our tournament by a lot of great setback by a lot of weeks, perhaps. Thank you, Danes. Goddamn Danes. Next turn we're gonna settle here. This could go up, settle. Then these guys would probably aggro as the nearest city would be closer. How far away are the first axemen? 2 turns, 2 turns, 4. It seems like we have such a huge army ready and waiting. Is the stream crashed? Is it still good? Sophister said stream crash. Are we good? Question mark. I think it's good on my end. I don't see any signs it's not good. Still see the chat. So I believe we are alright. Yeah, it looks like we're good. I mean, going for you may be right, problem gambler, but going for points when you are at 13 out of 56 seems like an odd choice to me. But I kind of understand the Roman position, honestly. I think they've done decently for the last few turns. Back to Rome, or sorry, Persia. Could we get peace, perhaps? It would be worth it if we could. Better relation with Zoroastrianism would be worth it. Yeah. Probably see this event. You're right, guys, about the slave event. I did have another archer down here spawn. It's an issue we only have our very weak archer down here fighting. We should have maybe brought down an axeman or something. Or perhaps a Paulton cavalry. This is quite the force, don't get me wrong. And our build queue has been nothing nothing but units in Persia for the last 30 or 20 turns or so, and we're still finally seeing a worker being built, but that's the first. I mean, we are see units being shuffled. We see a lot of militia, presumably from the rebel events or slave events. Go up here, poke, bait out your opponent. You stand to win so much, it's crazy. I really hope they continue going for a few more hours. Not more than 3 hours. I'll need some food eventually before I'm going to cast the Alcaraz game, but right now I hope they continue going. It is interesting what's gonna happen. Family opinion, sort of on the edge. We could not get anything to help with that. We are remembering to tutor our child. That's impressive. I always forget about that, even when I'm a scholar. I somehow still forget it all the time. Ah, fuck. Cast a curse. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to make it happen. Oh, I didn't see that. I could just see like a stronghold. I don't know why it's gone again. Just let this city fall. You're absolutely right, Scientific. Every time I cast, every casting session I've had has been like at least 4 hours. But I gotta commend the players. That their turns are moving at a pretty good pace. It's not like it's eight. Even though the timer is slow, it's still pretty decent time. So it's nice. Do we have enough damage for this? Can do 3 damage. Can move all the way around. We are able to clear it. We're just using all our orders, but we are gonna get it. And again, it's gonna take a while before we get down here. I don't think it's worth to settle a city this late in the game. At least in theory, it shouldn't be worth it. Gonna get opinion with the champions though. Nope, landowners. Just gonna upset our champion family. It would take 2 turns to get all these units down here. But it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units with around what? 8 pips, around 50 orders, if not more. Rome is just sort of slowly getting back in the game. But it could all change in an instant if Persia attacked. But having these goddamn Danes raid, having these rebels spawn, is most likely just gonna delay it. chariot coming online now. Finally see a stronghold being built in Roma. And another settler is also coming, so he's gonna go for another city. But I believe some of these vandals are gonna turn hostile next turn and gonna go for this city. And we will have axemen joining the field. We rushed an axeman here. I don't know with what, but we clearly rushed an axeman here. Probably gonna bring it down here and maybe clear it. Or are we going forward? If we are moving this axeman forward and are not looking to attack, that's gonna be very surprising to me. So we'll keep an eyes on the axeman from the Hunter family. This one. But all these units, they are way up above north. Going for a camp, probably smart. But look at the science, it's crazy to me. This is an odd game for me to cast. Trying my best. Okay, back to Persia. Some decent events. Anything particularly interesting? Marry into the Danes. Do we have a relate? No, we are not having a. It can be renamed the Immortals. Sounds good. No particular interesting events. What did we do with this axeman? We did move forward with this axeman. So the axeman being rushed in Parsa opted to go to the front lines instead of down here. Also, this one went for the front lines instead of going down here and helping defending. I mean, if Persia is not gonna attack, this is making no sense at all to me. None at all. What's the family? We do have sort of happy families. At least the military family is happy. We, we are sort of losing this city down here, but it's not an issue. It's gonna be perfectly timed with when this is finished, we're gonna attack. No wonder his statesmen are pissed. I mean, yeah, I sort of agree. Please just ignore these, or maybe put one slinger in the city and defend it and push. What are the reinforcements coming? I mean, you do see once more pretty decent reinforcements also joining the fray for Rome. They will have a spearman, Hastatus, archer, chariot, all sort of units capable of helping quite a lot. I wonder if Rome is gonna go even further north. They could very much do that. Yeah, Hazard, I know. It's gonna be a long day. I hope I can get a break in between this game and the next. I'll be joined by Magnus most likely, casting your game Hazard later today. But I'm looking forward to the game with Alcraz and you. I hope you looking to bring something special, Hazard, or just play your game. Look at this army. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 units versus this. We are upgrading the units. Even though they are in the woods, we can still deal like 4 damage. What game are you playing? What map are you playing, Hazard? I've forgotten. Later today. I agree, Hazard. I see a lot of units at least. Back to Rome. Still having sort of upset family. Oh, Dota Sand Narrow. Interesting. I would advise Hazard go into hot seat and look through a few maps, or go into the excellent website on the per Ank address GitHub site thingy. Maybe someone can link it. Maybe I can link it actually, and take a look at the tournament maps. I think I can link it. I would go to that site and look at the map generation a few times before tonight, Hazard. If you haven't, at least. Do you guys think Rome is gonna go forward or stay up here? He's healing. Looks like we're gonna go for this. Move ourselves even further from the front lines. It's confidence. Gotta admit that. I believe the settler is finished at turn. Yeah, here it is. So the settler is coming. It could be up here in 2 turns. What are we doing? We're shuffling our units. Still, we're just absolutely perfectly fine having all our spears on the front. I believe we're gonna do absolutely nothing this turn as Persia, as the Axemen are still just out of reach. But the next turn, 98, we're gonna attack. Or maybe go on a break and delay this for another week. Could likely be the outcome as well. We have pretty good vision. Oh, we just straight up lost our unit over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Goodbye, spearman. We are seeing movement at the front. No longer being stressed. We are seeing some sort of movement. We are seeing the Axemen being pulled close. Still having to deal with the backline over here. Still building a spearman for whatever reason. We are apparently ignoring the Danes as one should. I like that. Fuck! In session after your turn. No! Fuck! Fuck! God damn it. God damn it. uh, Chat is absolutely looking forward to war. May just call it. No! Disaster. It looks like we're ending. I mean, surely next time we would have action. I really hope we are not gonna see next time they will load into the game and having to spend the next 20 turns or so. So, you know, get into the game once more. I mean, I gotta look on the bright side. At least it's not gonna be a five hour endeavor. So I'll have my energy ready for the next cast in a few hours. But this is such a bait. So close to actually having the great engagement. We are so close, and yet so far. I hope we'll see next session soon. Rage. At this point, it might be a troll. Nah, I think it's fair to the players. It's been what, 3 hours or so, so it would seem fair. Um, Seeing rushed units. We are seeing a lot of rushed units clearly by Rome. They see now that the enemies are coming. I wonder if these units are gonna continue pushing forward or not. But I mean, clearly we displayed our hand a little bit too clear when you have an opponent suddenly rushing units. At least we're gonna get a banger session next time. Almost positive. But this is just too easy to tell what you're planning to do next turn, Cliff. I think it would be a lot better to sort of hide what you're planning to do. I can't spell, unfortunately. I cannot spell at all. But anywho, I think this is the end of today's session. Just to go over the state of affairs currently, we have almost equal orders. We have a military score, still an edge to Persia, and they are ahead by a fair margin, or at least a decent margin, and the military is better stationed. The science, though, pretty much equal at this point. As the game drags on, I believe it's going further and further in Persia's favor, but it would eventually change with Rome taking wonders and taking cities. So eventually Rome's got to do something, and it looks like they are looking to do something in the next session. But either way, it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it's going to be soon. I'll be back in a few hours for the next game today. It's going to be Hazard versus Alcaraz. I'm going to be joined by Magnus, I believe. So look forward to that and join us then. But in the meantime, I'm going to say goodbye. Cheers. Thank you for watching. And hopefully we'll see again each other later. today. Bye bye stream. Bye bye. See ya.